Hi, so I'm Aurelio, the lead builder for Inter-American Magnet School. And once you spawn in the world, you'll be here in an encampment on the top of the hill. Now, we added NPCs and tents, and if you talk to the chief, they say, "Who are you? I haven't seen you in my camps recently," just to add detail. And we have catapults, and we have troops here being commanded. And if we keep going, we have troops going across bridges to try and assault. And we have the defending troops and wall. Then if we head into the castle, we have a grand hallway with armor stands to act as troops. And we can go down here into the dungeon to show all these zombies and prisoners that they have. And if we go back up, we have grand staircases that go up to dining rooms and dining tables, and the door here actually does open and close with the flick of this lever. So now, if I go back outside, the outside of the castle was mostly designed from looking at real-world images of castles, and it's situated on a hill because that gives them a real tactical advantage. And also, one other detail is a secret hideout inside this waterfall that we have where the team on the hill is storing their supplies. And that's mostly it. Hi, so this is the 8th grade Pumas build team at Inter-American Magnet School.
So our original idea for this build was to build a really big snow globe and Santa's workshop inside the globe from the snow globe. But then once we made the globe, we had a new idea to build outside it and around it instead of just inside the globe.
The way we managed to build everything around here, such as like the globe, which is like the main attraction, we used a coding technique that is part of Minecraft Education Edition, which makes it so that you have an agent that makes any sort of thing, like a cube or a rectangle, and just fills in a ton of random blocks. So we chose a sphere, and we chose to make it out of glass with a radius of 30 both ways. And that's how we managed to build the dome. With the mountain, we placed individual blocks going up and around, and then we used a little bit of terraforming with slabs and stairs so that we could add more texture to it. And with the trees, we planted 4 spruce trees all next to each other and bone mealed them, and just planted a ton of trees to give it a nice feature, like a forest.
So now, onto the decorations, we have lots of mini markets circling the globe as like little vendors. We also have our train, which is coming in for that people are riding to get here. And if we move inside the globe through the door, we actually have a big Christmas tree with tons of ornaments and tons of lights streaming from the top. We also have a nice path, some benches, and some more lights. We move back outside. We'll go up to a little lodge in the mountains. And this lodge is meant for people to stay and to keep warm in the winter. Now, our build isn't completely finished yet, but this is what we have so far. Now, checking back in at our finished build, we've added way more. So once you go inside, we've added way more lights and decorations around here, and more terraforming to this mountain, and an actual way to get up to the lodge. So once you go up these steps, you'll make it to the top of the mountain, to the lodge, where people can come in and stay for as long as they'd like. Hello, this is the 8th grade Pumas Minecraft build team at Inter-American Magnet School. And here we really decided to build because the mountains are really nice shape, and we had a lot of good ideas for buildings that we can put here. And it's very unified, and we thought that we can use these bridges to connect these different segments.
Okay. So basically how we chose like the different blocks we used is we decided like what would look really nice like around us. Since the theme was blended architecture, we would find blocks that will blend really nicely into like the mountain and like the terraform that we built these structures in.
Okay, great. Danny, are you back?
Honey.
Okay. Since he's not back, Aurelio, do you want to say more about this build? Like, how did you incorporate it into the natural environment?
So we incorporated this build into the natural environment by kind of building them into the mountains. So here we kind of have the top of this mountain, and we have our bridge, which is connecting to the bottom using support beams. We also have our stairs that lead up to the top that are built on the side of the mountain. And then up here, we have one of the main buildings, which is built into the side of this little hill. And we have these other buildings that are built on top of the hill too. And these builds all have kind of the same theme in how they're built and the block palette.
Danny, are you back? Okay. Christian, any final comments that you want to make that Aurelio hasn't covered already?
I think that might be it. Besides that, I don't think we shut off the farm, did we?
A bit.
So like each of these different quadrants in this farm have different types of plants. So like they have beetroot, wheat, carrot. So like they're all divided into parts so they can be organized very easily.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, this is the 8th grade Pumas from Inter-American Magnet School.
So for our build, we base this off of Spain, or what we think looks like Spain. So for these buildings, what we really did is just added different colors for like the structure of them. And then basically for the roof, we did the same. We try to fit in nice colors to contrast the base from the building and the roof itself. And then while we were researching about Spain, we noticed there was a ton of balconies in Spain, so we implemented those into our buildings. And then we try to make like the buildings very unique and very different from each other, so they have their own style, their own uniqueness.
For the smaller details, we included clouds for some depth and some detail. We also included some bicycles since they're more prevalent in Spain rather than cars. We also added lots of little markets and street vendors selling a variety of things since we added these because our friend who couldn't be here actually has gone to Spain multiple times. So he was mostly our defining factor in choosing this city or and country for this build. And it's mostly based off of Spain, but more precisely off of Madrid. And we really tried to focus on the tight street feeling with the narrow street going by, since that's kind of the feel that we got from our research. And now, um, Some other details that we noticed is that the street is always level with the sidewalk, so we implemented that. We added extra street lights and some trees hanging over for more detail. And at first, we had something like this, but instead we switched over to these builds and these types of buildings because it's more of the actual style in Spain. And even though they're all kind of the same architecture, they're still very different with their block palettes.
Okay, great. I'm going to stop recording here.